Hey gang. Oh man, what a crazy day. Last night after I got our computer warmed up and everything like that, go to check my email, and and one headline that caught my eye, of course, first thing I see is big presidential debate, and I'm like, blah 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 blah. Who cares? I don't vote. I don't care. But the one headline that really caught my eye last night was ECW original wrestler Axl Rotten passes away. I couldn't believe it. Said he was only 44 years old. I said, my God, that's not very old. And it's really amazing. I mean, the guy gave gallons and gallons of blood for this business, and it seemed like the last part of his life, the last several months of his life, it just seemed like that he was getting kicked harder and harder and harder. And the one thing about him during the last part of his life that really made me sad was that he tried to get some sort of a campaign going to help pay his very expensive hospital bills. Because you work the indie circuit, you're not making a whole lot of money, and so he tried to get this sort of a campaign thing going to help pay his hospital bills. Next thing you know, he got ripped off. And there were a lot of people mad about that, very upset about that, and I can't blame him, honestly, because when I heard about that too, and I read about that, I was like, man, why? How could anybody do that? That's ridiculous. That's BS, man. But it just seemed like he kept trying to get better, and I think there was word he was still appearing at indie shows. I don't think he was participating very much, but because he was pretty much in really bad shape to do much anything. But it just really seemed like that. Something like this happens, and it just doesn't seem fair to a guy who really gave everything he had to the wrestling business and to this world, really. And the first time I ever saw Axl Rotten was actually in WCW, and he wasn't there very long. And when I first saw him, I thought, well, maybe he's just kind of the younger version of Nasty Boy Brian Knobbs, or at least they were going to play him off sort of like his son. But again, he didn't stay there very long. He was put into a lot of rivalries that made absolutely no sense. And but really, all in all, his time in WCW was pretty fun, pretty awesome, and I liked watching him. And then, of course, moved on to ECW, and he really got over there. And of course, he appeared briefly in both WWF and WWE and TNA. Of course, TNA for their Hardcore Justice pay-per-view, when he teamed up with Mahoney to do a tag team match against Dudley Boys. And WWF, I believe he was there for the promotion of ECW's first pay-per-view. But ultimately, it just seemed like he just, I don't know. When it came to him being part of anything big and the big promotions, he's like, I don't want to stay there very long. But ECW, he felt at home, and a lot of people might remember him for the barbed wire baseball bat and his hardcore style and everything like that, and of course teamed up with Mahoney as the hardcore chair swinging freaks. But the guy could wrestle, and one of the matches that you should really try to check out sometime if you get the chance is his match against Rob Van Dam in the old ECW. A very good match, not a lot of hardcore stuff in it, and Axl proved he could wrestle too. He could really wrestle. And but it's really weird to see that Axl Rotten gone from the world at only 44. And again, some people may look at that as old, but other people, a lot of people just look at it and go like, that doesn't seem really fair. But it really doesn't seem fair that so far 2016 has taken so many people from us, and I don't know, gang. I mean, we've lost many celebrities, but Axl Rotten, man, that's one that really took me by surprise because I thought maybe it was just some sort of a joke, but it was ultimately confirmed, and I just couldn't believe it. So if you have any thoughts on Axl, you know, first time you watched him wrestle, were you a fan or anything like that? I'd love to hear from you guys. And again, it's still a pretty big shock, and Axl, he's in heaven now, and he's having fun, and I think he's swinging a chair around just for the heck of it. Um, it still weirds me out though that a guy like Terry Funk can still go at his age and still do what he's doing, but yet somebody like Axl Rotten has to be taken from this world too soon. Kind of crazy. What is Terry Funk's secret? That's the word I was looking for. What is his secret? How's it he can still go at the age he's going, but yet I don't know, gang. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on this, any good memories of Axl Rotten, love to hear from you guys. Take care of yourselves. Rest in peace, Axl. We miss you, man. God bless you all. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.